Hi everyone, Tori here with today's December daily video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. Um, Today I'm going to be working on my title page and also a calendar page. Yesterday I worked on my reason why page, and today I wanted to work on the December daily cover page. So I'm trying to figure out which paper I want to use. I knew that I wanted to use that acetate that came in the main kit, and it had like snowflakes and like these like really pretty like pine needle leaves on them. So I'm just going to pick some of the papers that I thought might look nice under it and just place them under to just see how they look underneath that piece of paper. And there's a couple that I think could have worked, but I basically just pulled them out to see, like, could this work, could it not? Do I want it at the front of my album? And does it look good with this acetate over top of it? So I was sort of left with two papers. I was left with my two favorite papers in the kit. I was left with this wood grain one with the dark pattern on it, and I was also left with this like winter themed one. And I like them both. I knew that I wanted to have a doily right in the front, and this is where I just purely went off of whatever my gut felt like. I really like the wood grain one, and that's my favorite paper. But I felt like it looked really dark. Like the front of the album looks pretty light, and so does it when you open it, and then you've got this like dark wood grain. So I thought I would go with like a more light colored one, and I felt like this paper with the like winter scene on it looked pretty light, and it looked pretty with the doily over top. So the first thing I'm going to do is peel off the backing on this acetate, and I don't know if you guys know this, but the acetates that came in the main kit actually have like a plastic cover on them, so you just want to peel them off, that way they are totally clear and crystal clear and everything. And I love doilies, they're one of my favorite embellishments, so I knew I wanted to use that in the middle. And now I'm just trying to figure out what I wanted to layer over top of it. I really like the idea of adding a white tree, and then I was seeing if there's anything else I wanted to layer. And then I had this gold Noel in Jasmine Jones handwriting, which I was like, oh, that would look so pretty on there. And I thought about adding a envelope where I could add some journaling, but I just didn't really like how any of it looked. So I didn't end up doing that. I just keep it really simple with the doily, the white tree, and the Noel. And I am going to add some things around it. I had this rubber phrase that said December Daily, which originally had glued to the cover. So if you've been watching my videos, you know that I had glued that to the cover, but it actually came off. So I was like, I'll put this somewhere else. So on that note, just while I'm playing along here, just so you know, if you are just checking out my channel today, I'm actually doing a video every day during the month of December. So today's the 12th, so there are 12 other videos before this. So if you haven't seen them, go back onto my channel or check out the playlist December Daily and you'll be able to find them. And just a reminder to subscribe or check back tomorrow so that you can see tomorrow's December Daily video. So here I am. I was thought about using one of those silver stars, but it just didn't work. It just didn't go. And then I thought about using some brands, and those don't work. And then I thought about using maybe some of these ephemera pieces from My Mind's Eye Market Street, I think it's called. But I didn't like any of those, so I'm going to play with some of them, but I don't end up using any of them. I like feel like I sometimes am like constantly going back and forth between my like desire to over embellish things and my like also desire to have a clean, simple, beautiful look. So I like pull out the embellishments and I like them, but then it takes away from the clean, simple look that I'm going for. I thought about using these white and gold poinsettia pieces, and I do like them. But again, I just felt like it was too busy underneath the Noel, so I keep them there for a while, but in the end, I don't use them either. So how are you guys doing with your December dailies? Are you enjoying the project? Is it keeping you busy? How are you still staying motivated? Don't give up yet. You guys can do it. Um, don't give up. I feel like this is like the perfect time for us to just keep on pushing forward. And if it's stressing you out for today, don't let it stress you out. Just have fun playing with your product like I am here. I honestly had so much fun just playing with this. and I'm really happy about the way that my title page works out. So this is where I decided to add the holes to the acetate. Um, Actually, no, I think it came with holes. The reason I taped it down was because I wanted to make sure that I had the doily and the pieces I was laying down in the center. So first I glued down the doily, and then I just glued down the white tree, and then I'm going to add the Noel acrylic shape over top of that. And I'm also thinking about using this Merry Christmas ephemera piece. And it does change locations a lot. I think, oh, maybe I'll put it in the corner, maybe I'll put it on top, or at the bottom, or over here. And so I do end up using it, but I decided to just trim it down so it just didn't take up as much space. So just trimmed a little bit off the end and just trimmed it closer to the words. And then I'm going to just end up gluing that down with my hot glue gun right under the word Noel. And it's just at the base of the tree there. And then I thought I could just finish this off by just adding some enamel dots or resin shapes or bling just to take it up a notch. And I had one last rhinestone on the sheet, so I really want to use it, but it didn't make it on there. Instead, I used some of these white stars and enamel dots that came in the Jasmine Jones kit, I believe. And I just sort of scatter those around on the doily. And I love the white on white with more white look. And then I just wanted to take it up a notch by adding a couple gold stars. And then I'm going to use some of these like burgundy red rhinestones, which I really love the color there. And I think I used like 4 or 5 of them. Actually, no, I didn't use the burgundy ones. I used the clear ones. Instead, I used these ones from Bow Bunny that were like burgundy. And I just put those in 3 clusters. So I go with 3s because I like odd numbers. And I think it's more pleasing to the eye to create like a triangle almost with your embellishments. So 1 on top of the Noel, 1 to the bottom left, and 1 to the right of the word Noel. And after that, the page is done. That's my title page, and I just love the way that it worked out. So it's not all the way done though, because if you flip it over, the hot glue behind the doily doesn't really look that pretty. It sort of has a yellowy tone, I think because my hot glue gun was on too long. So I decided to use some of these silver sparkly stars from the main kit, and just glue those on the back of there just to add a little something. That way when you flip it over, it still looks pretty. And I just love those stars. Like, honestly, they're so much fun to play with. Guys, I think I'm going to run out of embellishments. I do this every year. I need more embellishments. More and more and more. Because I like to use so many of them. And I don't even feel like I've used that many, but I did use a ton of them on the cover of my album. So that's probably why I feel like I don't have enough left. But whatever. I really hope you guys are enjoying this series. I'm having a lot of fun putting it together for you guys. A lot of it I had to do beforehand and like pre-film and schedule and stuff like that, just because I am going to be away for a lot of the month. But I am planning on doing some process videos of my actual pages, so don't you worry, those are coming. They'll just be a little later in the month. But hopefully, even if you've already done your title page or whatever, I hope I'm still giving you some inspiration and some ideas. And my hope is really that I can stay motivated to finish, and you guys can stay motivated to finish, because I know there's a ton of people who like love this project and they get started but then they never finish because they just don't get motivated. So hopefully I can keep you motivated by giving you new ideas and inspiration. So I wanted to keep the paper underneath super simple, but I did want to add something to it. So I thought it would be cute to just stamp the date underneath where it said, I think it says Wonderland. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp December 1st, and then I'm going to draw a little dash line and then do December 31st. And just stamp that right underneath the phrase that was on the paper. And you can't see it really well on the camera, but in person you can see it, and it's just like that added detail that just is really pretty. And I like that it's got the dates there so that you know what year it was, when everything happened. And then I decided to just draw little brackets around the dates with my black Project Life pen. And that's pretty much it. I don't think I did anything else to that page or the title page. And I am so excited. I think this is such a pretty title page. I love it way more than my title page last year. But I'm just happy because I think it looks cute. And when I open my album, it makes me want to look through the rest of the album. So I'm just going to pop those in there. And then I have one more thing to show you before we're done today. I thought it would be fun to show you how I'm going to do my calendar page. Oh, on this page I decided to add one of those little silver stars just to tie the two pages together. And I just added it right above where it said Winter Wonderland or Wonderland. And I wanted to staple it, but my stapler is not long enough to reach that. So here's a tip: if you want to staple something, or you want to have the look of a staple, but your stapler can't reach that far, pull it off, staple it, and then glue it back on, and nobody will know that you didn't actually staple all the way through the page. And that actually works really well for me. So, and then I'll stick it back in, and then I feel like that little silver star there actually ties like all of the first few pages together because they all have a star on them. So there's, yeah. So now I have that page behind my title page, which needs something there, and I was trying to decide whether I wanted to take something I'd already done and put it there, or whether I wanted to add something new. So I thought about adding that silvery sparkly paper and not putting anything there, but it just felt empty to me. So this is where I'm just going through the papers just to see if there's anything that I'd like to use there. And I thought about using one of the papers that had like a big statement or phrase or quote or song lyric or something on it there. But I don't end up liking any of the papers or the designs or the colors because I feel like they take away from my reason why page. So I do go through them all, and I'm picking out the ones that I think could possibly work, and then I'm going to use process of elimination to decide. I hope this isn't too boring for you, but I like to include it so that you know sort of why I picked it. So I really love that paper because it said love, peace, happiness, and then joy, and I thought that could go really well with my reason why page, which has joy on it, but then I felt like maybe it's too much joy. So then I was left with that black like chalkboard paper, and I was also left with the calendar, and I wanted to use the calendar near the front of my album. So then I thought if I don't use it right there, then it'll have to go like 4 or 5 pages later, and that just seemed a little weird to me, so I decided to switch those. So first I'll do the calendar, and then I'll have the other chalkboard paper like after the to-do list or the bucket list. And so I'm going to just add that December calendar there, but it seemed pretty simple to me, so I just wanted to jazz it up just a teeny bit. So I added faux stitching or dash line all around the edges just to add a little something, which I think ends up looking really cute. And it's super easy to do. It doesn't take very much time at all. I mean, I've sped this up here, but really I find this whole process relaxing, so it didn't take me long at all. And then after that, I'm just going to grab some embellishments just to take it up a notch because I couldn't leave it just plain Jane. And I decided to use these gold sparkly hearts, which come from the Studio Calico 7 paper collection. And I love those gold sparkly hearts. And I'm just going to use 3 of them, 2 above the December and 1 underneath. And I think they look so pretty. And then I was going to put it in like that, and then I remembered that I had this rubber piece that said December Daily, and I thought, oh, wouldn't it be cute if I just cut the word daily off and just glued that underneath the space there, and there was this perfect space. So I love it there. I think it works perfectly. So after that, it's done. I don't want to add anything else. I want to keep it pretty simple and sweet. So I think that's pretty much it for me today. I'm also going to add this chalkboard paper in because I know I want it near the front of my album. But other than that, tomorrow I'm going to be doing some more fun stuff with my December daily and hopefully inspiring you with some fun sequins or something. So I hope you'll join me tomorrow for another December Daily related video. And I hope everyone has a lovely day. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. What do you think about my title page? Do you think I should have added more embellishments? Or do you like it the way it is? And if you've already done your title page, I'd love to see it. So leave me a link below. Bye guys. Have a lovely day.